Hey everyone, and welcome back to Ask My Buddy the Lawyer, where you get to ask me, Adam, a lawyer licensed to practice law in the state of Illinois and in the Northern District of Illinois Federal Court. You can ask me questions about the law or anything that I would call law adjacent. Anyway, we got a really good question sent to us today, particularly in light of the massive flooding that's been going on in Lake County, Illinois, and all over the country. And the question is, can a lawyer help with those dealing with flood damage and insurance claim? And the answer is yes. Okay, good night. I'm kidding. Yes, attorneys can help, but it may not be necessary, and I'll tell you why. Then you can assess your situation and see if a lawyer might be able to help you out in your situation. If you do need a lawyer, I put a link at the bottom of the screen for a very reputable firm that would be happy to talk with you. Now keep in mind, I am only talking from a property damage standpoint. I'm not an engineer or a plumber or a contractor, so I'm speaking from the standpoint of repairing and replacing damaged property and any other losses. Now first thing what you want to do is when there's a flood, take lots of pictures. Take pictures and document everything that's damaged and to what extent. Once that's done, you want to call your insurance provider. Now, many people think that their homeowner's insurance policy will cover flood damage. However, most do not. Flood insurance is generally an extra policy that can be purchased either through the private marketplace or through FEMA's National Flood Insurance Program. Your insurance provider will give you guidance as to whether or not the damages are covered by your particular policy. Now, if you do not have flood insurance and your homeowner's policy will not cover the damage, you can still call the National Flood Insurance Program for help. In certain cases, generally where FEMA or the local, state, or federal governments determine that the flood is a official disaster, where there's a large number of people who are affected, the government, through FEMA, may cover your damages. Give them a quick call, their number I've listed below. It'll let you know if that's the case or what the case is in your specific situation. Now, once you've called your insurance agent, they'll send somebody out to assess the damage. That's where the photo and the documentation that I talked about earlier comes in. See, there's always a plan. Now that's going to help the adjuster to verify what property was damaged and to how much. The adjuster is going to take some time for the adjuster to evaluate, and then he'll let you know what's covered and what to do next. Each insurance policy has slightly different procedures for this. So each insurance policy has slightly different procedures for that. So each insurance policy has slightly different procedures for that. So your adjuster will give you, each insurance policy has slightly different procedures for that. So your policy provider will let you know what you need to do next. If you're having trouble with your insurance provider, if they're not covering the damages that you feel should be covered, or if the claim is being denied for what you believe to be unjust reasons, or if you just want to make sure you're not missing anything, then a lawyer would be happy to help talk to you. Again, if you want, you can check out the link to the firm that I've put on the screen below. Be happy to talk to you. Now, I know these times can be extremely tough and stressful and scary and painful, but help is always available. Anyway, that's the question and answer for the week. I really hope that was helpful. Feel free to give me a call at my law practice, Mestad Law, and continue to keep sending your questions to My Buddy the Lawyer via Twitter, email, and on Facebook. I'll put the links below. Thank you, and have a good week.